Saluki basketball is...
The team will be receiving their Carterville State Championship rings this evening. First, I'd like to introduce head coach Will Cademy. By the way, Will got his 200th win this year as coach. All right, assistant coach Cody Ashton. Assistant coach Allie Pico. And assistant coach Tyler Miller. Now the team. First, the freshman, J.C. Margrosian. Zoe Taylor. Madison Wright. Sophomore, Sophia Blue. Colby Bennett. Karen Ford. Savannah Gibbs. Peyton Phillips. Maureen Sloan. Junior Kendall Powell.
Juniors now seniors.
And Emma Rogers.
Yeah, juniors now seniors.
Our seniors, Lacey Carr. Carson Carter. Amaya Lloyd. Madeline Rosenberry. And Kennedy Rushing. Congratulations, ladies, on your historic season. Our last order of business is to unveil the banner. So, on the count of three, look on the wall with the blue ribbon.
Oh, the blue tarp, okay.
1, 2, 3. One more time, round of applause for the 2024 IHSA Sophomore
Pretty cool, state
State
champions.
Champion.
Get to all the private schools and it'll be tough to beat this year too. Next spring it'll be tough to beat.
Hey, everybody online, just make sure that you knew exactly what you were looking at there. That was the recognition of the 2024 state champions, Coach Will Cappy in softball from this past year, and the hanging of the banner here at Carterville High School. So that was pretty cool. Stand by. We'll be starting the basketball broadcast coming up here in just a couple of minutes. You good on your end, Cam?
Yeah, when should I start doing the pregame one?
Hang on to just a couple of minutes here.
Okay.
Let's see if they're going to do the floor. Yes, they are. So it'll be a couple minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
Besides those two guys.
How you doing?
Well, hi, how are you?
All right, Cam, you can roll the open, bud.
The Carterville Lions are on the air.
I've got programming. Sounds good.
WJPF is proud once again to be your home for Carterville Lion athletics all season long. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the SIU Credit Union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, Montgomery's Place, Central Hospital for Animals, First Southern Bank. Also helping to make this broadcast possible, Brigham Palatch and Burke Funeral Home, John A. Logan College, Rise Performance, Banterra Bank, Shawnee Health, the City of Carterville. Also supporting this broadcast, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Steve and Rich's Barber Styling, Malone's Early Learning Center, Polar Whip, and the Bank of Heron. It's time for the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Friday to you. It's Dave McKenzie and John Homan alongside as we are getting you set for Carterville Lions basketball here tonight. Home, once again, third game in a row for the Carterville Lions to be home as they are getting set to take on Todd Tripp and the Goreville Blackcats. We're glad to have you with us here this evening on this Friday night, the first of two games on a Friday night and a Saturday night. Carterville going to be on the road coming up tomorrow afternoon late when they head to Nashville to take on the Nashville Hornets. But tonight, it's Goreville. The Blackcats come in. Coach Todd Tripp and the Cats come in 6-1 on the season. They are 1-0 in their conference play. The Carterville Lions are 4-2 on the season. Of course, dropped their game on Friday night of last week against the Heron Tigers. In that game, they lost 56-49. John Homan, Goreville Blackcats, just they're a Todd Tripp team. They're going to be tough. They're going to play hard. They're going to make you work, and that's what they bring to the table.
Well, Todd's an excellent coach. He's been around for quite some time. And you're right, Goreville is always a handful in most sports, actually, not only boys basketball. But they're just very disciplined and going to probably shoot the ball well. They like to run the floor. And they're experienced. They have several players who've been with them for the last couple of years on the varsity side, so this will not be an easy win for the Lions whatsoever.
Absolutely not. You talk about good shooting. They shoot 51% from the field.
Target
and
with the NewsRadio WJPF text line,
hey Cam, we're getting something back in our headset, just let you know, back at the studio.
Okay.
You can take that out of programming. They shoot 42% from three-point land.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, they're
that's really
outstanding.
good. When you're shooting like that, you're certainly going to beat a lot of teams. That's tremendous.
Absolutely. Both teams are out on the floor going through their shoot-arounds here before the game, and it was kind of cool just moments ago here at Carterville. They recognized the 2024 Class 2A state champion, Carterville Lions in softball. Coach Will Cappy and the ladies got their rings here this evening. John, what a team that was. They were outstanding. They outscored their opponents last year 279-21 over the course of the year.
It was amazing. I got to watch a lot of the softball season. I probably saw Carterville play about 14 or 15 times. They were just so good. The pitching depth is remarkable, and that stat you just put up about the discrepancy of runs scored versus runs allowed just shows you how good a pitching and defense the Lions had last year. And look at the record, 38-1. They lost, and that was the one lost the very first game of the year.
Yep.
They lost 1-0.
Yes.
And that was it.
And they won the state championship in the bottom of the seventh on a walk-off base hit,
Yes.
1-0.
Correct. And it was just one pitcher after the other, Taryn Ford and Cadence Phillips taking turns dominating the opposition. And if that is, and both those young ladies are juniors back this spring.
Yeah.
So they have 2 more years of eligibility. And in addition to that, if that's not enough, they have 3 more outstanding freshman pitchers.
Yes.
So I don't know how Coach Cappy's going to find a way to keep them all happy.
And speaking of Coach Cappy,
Yeah.
during this season, he picked up his 200th win as a head coach as well. So congratulations.
Amazing,
That was
yes.
a nice recognition. It took place here just moments ago. We're going to go on and take our first break. And when we come back, you're going to hear from Coach Shane Hawkins. He and I sat down moments ago to talk about tonight's game. You're going to hear from the coach coming up in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
How was that?
That was good. If you can put the programming back in so we can hear these commercials. And then
Okay.
at the end of the commercials, play the bump music. And then I've got the coach's interview on my end. So
All right.
Uncle Vic doesn't care about no stinking.
I've got it.
credit
I can hear it.
report. Everybody rides at Vic Koenig Chevrolet. We'll put a
Montgomery Place
smile
in
on your
Carterville.
face and keep.
Lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday.
You can hear it on your
Bar and
end?
signature
Yeah,
cocktails
yeah, I can
makes
hear it.
Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
I was reminded again that Southern Illinois is something special when I met team members at Banterra Bank. They have taken the time to get to know me and support my goals. I've learned what a true partner they are to their customers
after this one.
and communities. Best of all, they offer.
Yes, sir. Play the bump music.
Look for low 25 NewsRadio WJPF.
We got stuff rolling.
Also calls for
Did you put? Put that left stack in manual.
Tomorrow, mostly sunny 37. The first night of winter, mostly clear 22.
Oh yeah, I see.
Sunday,
Okay.
sunny and 42. Sunday night, clear and 29. Forecast is brought to you by J. Bacher Fine Jewelry in Harrisburg. In-house design, manufacturing, and repair. Online at jbacher.com. 20% chance of rain Monday
Then you'll
afternoon.
play the bump music after this.
Where's the bump music again? I'm sorry.
It's the bottom row on the hotkeys there on should say bump.
Is it playing?
I'm not getting it. There we go. Here we go.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us here on our pregame show this evening, getting set to take on the Goreville Blackcats. Coach, last week 1-1, first conference game. What'd you see after you got to watch tape?
Yeah, I mean we did a lot of good things. There's no question that through last week, through the Vienna game and the Harry game, we got better. We just had some spurts. I thought we were really good the first half, but we still left some things out there. And then we kind of got sped up a little bit in the third quarter. I think we turned it over 5 times in the third quarter, and kind of let them kind of get back in the game. And they're very skilled. You don't need to give them extra opportunities. I thought we gave them extra opportunities there in the third quarter to get back in it. And just our execution was not great. It was good at times, but where we were not good is coming out of quarters, coming out of the half, coming out of timeouts. We had about 3 or 4 plays, things that we had talked about and set up, and I think we screwed up every one of them. So it's the maturity. It's having guys that are being able to take something from the board and then go out there and execute it. And I thought we had a really good week of practice. I thought we were able to. I think we got better. We had 4 days of practice, and that was huge for us. It was the first time we've had 4 days of straight practice since we started playing games, and we needed that, and we needed that time just to work on us. And it may not show up tonight, but I do feel that we're better right now than we were when we walked out of here last Friday night.
Coming up, a couple of tough games. Goreville comes in tonight. They're historically a tough team, and then you hit the road going to Nashville tomorrow night. I mean, tonight is our focus. What about this Todd Tripp ball team?
Yeah, they play very hard, and they play fast, and they like to play in chaos, and they have a bunch of guys who can make shots, and you're going to have to be very solid defensively, and kind of they want to play really fast. They're going to shoot a bunch of threes, and you got to make them have longer possessions. If they get it in transition and they go play 4-on-3, or they spot up in the corner on the wings in transition, they're going to score really fast. And we have to be able to get them slowed down. We have to make them run stuff in the half court and score against our defense. And we kind of talked about make them earn points, don't give them points, and if they're beating us in transition and shooting spot up threes in the corner, to me that's giving them points, because that's what they do, and that's how they want to play. If they get threes in a half court, at least we've made them run something, and we've had a chance. We've probably had a breakdown, but at least we kind of prolonged the possession a little bit. And then we got to take care of the basketball. They're going to pick us up in a full court from time to time. They're going to come and run and trap at us, and we can't. I thought we kind of freaked out last Friday night when Heron kind of ratcheted up the pressure in the third quarter, and I thought we kind of freaked out and had some bad turnovers. And hopefully we've learned from that, and unfortunately the best way to learn from that is game experience, and we can't simulate that in practice. But I thought being able to go through that, being able to see it on film and kind of slow things down a little bit, I think that helped us But, you're going to get that same test again tonight of them trying to play really fast and trying to get you to play in chaos. And if we do that, if we play that fast, we'll be in trouble. But if we can kind of make it a half-court game and go execute on both ends of the floor, then we have a chance.
A little bit of good news for the Carterville Lions this week. You get Drew Barrington back, at least at some level.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and I'm happy for him. It's been a long 6 months, I guess, since he got hurt at the end of June. And, when it first happened, I had a bad feeling that's what it was. And when I saw it happen, and just the amount of work that he's put in to get back to this point, and by no means is he 100%, and he probably won't be maybe throughout the season, but at least I think as the season goes on, I think he'll start inching back to 100%, and he just needs that game experience now. It's just being able to get out there is going to be a little bit different than playing in practice, and he's on a minute limit. And he won't go over that, and there may be some quarters or halves he doesn't get to that, just kind of depending on the flow of the game. As we're great to have him back, but we also, if it becomes an issue, we're still trying to win the game at the end, and so it'd be good to have him back, and just his senior leadership, and he's a basketball guy, and this is what he lives for, and he's worked his tail off for the last 6 months to get back to this point, and I couldn't be happier for him to get that opportunity to come back. And you hope it goes well. You hope it's his conditioning is obviously going to be a little bit different. The speed of the game is going to be a little bit different for him. It's going to take him a little bit of time to get adjusted, but hopefully playing him in short increments will allow him to kind of get caught up to the pace of the play, and he'll be able to kind of make that adjustment as we get going here.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Let's get us a win here this evening.
All right, thank you.
There you go. You hear from Coach Shane Hawkins, and that's some good news there at the end of that interview. The fact that the senior Drew Barrington can start seeing some minutes now after that left knee injury.
Certainly a plus. He brings leadership to the team and certainly experience, and I just hope that he's able to play somewhere near his capabilities, because I know that he's really worked hard to get back, and that's just a great credit to him.
We appreciate you tuning in. You can listen here on News Radio WJPF. Don't forget you can go to YouTube and watch, and just search Goreville at Carterville. You can search Dave McKenzie. You will be able to find the game and get the radio broadcast right there. We got people listening from around the world.
Well, we do. My cousin Paul Homan out in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, said he was tuning it in tonight.
Wow.
And
outstanding.
Matter of fact, he's just one other quick note. He's actually friends with Todd Rogers, because Todd Rogers is from Robinson, where my cousins are from.
Yeah,
so there you go. Always a connection there.
We're going to go on and take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have our our starting lineups and the tip-off coming up next here on News Radio WJPF, back in 2 minutes.
I was reminded again that Southern Illinois is something special when I met team members at Banterra Bank. They have taken the time to get to know me and support my goals. I've learned what a true partner they are to their customers and communities. Best of all, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. I can access 55,000 ATMs with no fees, plus have convenient banking with their mobile app. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
It's good.
Member FDIC.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
High school football means Friday Night Live is here. I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook after tonight's game for River Radio Sports Central's Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Catch all of tonight's scores and join in the discussion on Friday Night Live. River Radio Sports Central, powered by Clark Concrete and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook tonight for Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's AC and Heating.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated, full-service funeral home, serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you
Everything's
choose
still good?
is not just the business down the street.
Still good.
The caring staff that counsels you
when you hit the bump music, when I start talking, kind of pot that down and fade it out
is their number
as we
one
get
priority.
going.
When you need them,
okay,
Riggin,
let me know when
Palach,
you're
and
ready.
Burke Funeral Home
Yep,
in
right after this, play the
Carterville
bump
is
music. Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan alongside, getting you set for Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF and here on our YouTube live stream as well. Goreville Blackcats, the road team here this evening, making the quick 20-minute drive to Carterville High School, wearing their road blacks with the gold numbers on the back. And Coach Todd Tripp and his starting five are being announced now by Ed Smith here at Carterville High School. Great crowd. Goreville travels well. Their fans to our left. Good Carterville crowd on the far side to our right. And the Goreville student section here to our right. Carterville, of course, it's Christmas. They're Carterville Crazies dressed up in their ugly sweaters. Today is National Ugly Sweater Day.
Yep.
And they are
a lot of pajamas out there.
A lot of PJs out there. So starters are being announced now for Coach Todd Tripp, who's in his 21st season as the head coach of the Goreville Blackcats. Comes into tonight 437 wins on the year. And we'll pick up all of his starters coming up here in just a couple of seconds as the Goreville cheerleaders do their welcome cheer to their fans here at Carterville High School. Don't forget, the Lions are going to be back in action coming up tomorrow afternoon from Nashville. It's an early start. Tip-off should be around 4:30 or so coming up tomorrow afternoon. John and I will have all of the coverage for that coming up on your Saturday afternoon. And I'm glad I had a conversation with Shane Hawkins, because he said, that's an early game tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we would have missed it. So I had it in my calendar as an early game.
Okay.
But I was just like, it'll be a nice game.
Nobody really thinks about a 4:30 game. I mean,
it's true.
Usually it's 7 o'clock, 7:30, or sometimes maybe even early, like 11 or 12. But 4:30 is kind of an odd time.
It's kind of odd. And the reason being, the Carterville girls are going to play. I think JV girls are going to start at noon, and then the JV varsity, and then the JV boys and the varsity boys. So that is who is going to be starting. Let's go through the starting lineup here for Coach Todd Tripp and the Goreville Blackcats. And I'm missing one star. Okay, I got it. The starters for Todd Tripp include the 5'10" junior Seth Green, who wears number 11. 6-foot senior Cole Tripp comes in averaging 16 points a ball game. The son, of course, of Todd Tripp. You have the 6'7" senior, number 22, Drake Buffington, who averaged 10-plus points a game. Number 23, Connor Craig, the 6'3" senior, who averages 5 points a ball game. And then finally, it'll be the 6-foot sophomore, number 24, Nick King. It's going to be Green, Tripp, Buffington, Craig, and Nick King, the starting five for Coach Todd Tripp. Coach Shane Hawkins and the Carterville Lions, they are out there meeting with their head coach and getting their final instructions out on the far side of the floor this evening. And the starters, going to be the same starters, it does appear, that they've had all 6 games. Been pretty consistent all year.
Well, I guess that Coach likes the way they're working in practice together.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, we talked about it moments ago, the addition now back to Drew Buffington, back to active
Drew Barrington.
Yeah, right. Back to active statics.
Yeah,
great pickup. That's a great pickup, and just going to kind of weed him in slowly, and we don't want to do anything to injure that leg any further. So it is going to be Alex Kimbrough. It is going to be Caden Wilson, also Colton Hawkins, Parker Poole, Maddox Gully, the starting five for the Carterville Lions. Ball is in the air, and it's controlled by the Lions. Welcome to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. Carterville moving left to right here on your radio dial. Top of the key, Alex Kimbrough takes it down the lane, runs it off the glass, and good. Alex Kimbrough gets things going for the Lions.
Nice start.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover number 1 on the Goreville Blackcats. Alex Kimbrough finished with 6 points the last game. And that was that loss to Heron on Friday night. Maddox Gully, the point guard, brings it across midcourt to the right side to Caden Wilson and back to Gully. Gully whips it out to Poole, and now it's top of the key to Caden Wilson. Caden finds Alex Kimbrough. He gets another baseline drive, kicks it corner right to Gully. Lost the handle, but Hawkins is there to clean it up. Takes it, spin move at the elbow, dishes back out. 3 from Gully, in and out, no good, and the rebound is grabbed by Drake Buffington. Outlet pass for the Wildcats. It goes down to the low block, and it's tipped out of bounds off of Colton Hawkins. It's going to stay with the Blackcats. Connor Craig was the last one that the pass was intended for. They lob it in, and it was almost picked off as Alex Kimbrough got a hand on it.
Sure did.
But the 5-second ticker was about down to nothing as well. If it goes out of bounds, it's going to stay with the Cats. Right in front of the scorer's bench. They throw it off the back of Kimbrough smartly by Nick King. Takes it the length of the floor. Couldn't get a shot off. It goes out of bounds off of Goreville. So 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Blackcats.
Carterville Lions have shown all year they can really be an excellent defensive team. And 2 turnovers, first 2 possessions for the Blackcats kind of show that.
This Lions team, they've been holding other opposing teams to just 44 points a ball game. Hawkins has it here on the near corner. Whips it to Gully. Now it's Kimbrough that's got an open 3. Corner left and good. Alex Kimbrough, all 5 of the points for the Lions here. 6.5 remaining in this opening quarter.
I didn't know that Alex had that in his repertoire.
He does. Cold trip now off to the left wing. Cats looking inside. That's Nick King. Up top to Craig. Connor Craig puts up the runner, and he gets that to fall. Connor Craig gets the scoring started for Goreville. It's a 5-2 ball game for the Lions. Gully across the logo at midcourt. Right side to Hawkins or to Wilson. He feeds the post. That's Poole. Back to Caden Wilson. He has an open 3. And 2 threes to start the ball game for the Lions, plus a field goal. They're up 8-2. Here's Cold Trip. The senior stands 6 foot. Now they work it to the right side. Taking control now is Seth Green. Back to Cold Trip. Trip trying to feed the post. Up top, head fake by Nick King. Dishes it off, baseline drive and running in to Colton Hawkins, but stepping out of bounds with the basketball was Connor Craig.
Good baseline defense by the Lions.
Yeah, cut that off, Hawkins did. Here comes Scully. We have a timeout on the floor that's called by Coach Todd Tripp. 8-2 is our score with 5:37 remaining. It is going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF. Eight to 2 is our score here at Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. 5.5 remaining in this first quarter. Coming out of the timeout by Goreville. Carterville has the basketball. Kimbrough out on the left wing. Between the leg dribble. Loses the basketball, and we have a reach-in foul that is going to be called, I believe, on Connor Craig. Oh, they get it on 24, Nick King. It's going to be the first on King. So it's going to stay with the Lions here, baseline right. Gully gets it into Poole now. Hawkins head fake. He gets hit from behind, and that may be foul number 2 on Nick King.
Looked like that was going to be the call. Yep.
So Nick, who averages 11 points a ball game, picks up those 2 quick fouls. And Todd Tripp goes to the bench and brings in Aaron Moore. to replace Nick King. So Gully now left wing. That's Poole, crosses over, takes it to the block, off the glass, runner no good. Comes back to Hawkins, he kicks it out. Kimbrough, great ball movement around, wide open three from Gully. Great movement from the Lions there. Gully hits the three from the left wing. Lions are up 11-2. Here's Cole Tripp, right wing. Jab it inside to Art, losing the handle, getting it back now is Seth Green. Here's Tripp. Cole loses his footing, loses the dribble, pulls it up, gets away with it. Down low to Buffington. And there was a reach-in foul. And it may be, excuse me, it's going to be on Alex Kimbrough. Kimbrough picks up his first. And at the line is going to be Drake Buffington, who shoots 70% from the stripe. He's averaging 10 points a ball game and hits the first free throw. The second free throw from Buffington. Is good. So he's got 2 of the 4. Lions are up 11-4 and have the ball. Gully now to Poole. He's left of the circle. Nice back feed. And the foul is going to be on the Lions. It's going to be Colton Hawkins that picked up the foul on the screen. And the turnover gives it to the Blackcats.
Cannot be moving when you set those screens, can you?
Cannot. Sometimes you can get away with it. Sometimes you don't. So it's Cats' ball. Tripp backs it up toward the right hash on the far side. Crosses over the dribble on Caden Wilson. Now he hands it off to Seth Green. Green has Gully on him. Now it's Tripp at the elbow. Dishes it off. And Aaron Moore traveled with the basketball. 4 turnovers here on Goreville.
Halfway through the first period.
3:57 to be exact. Lions are up 11-4. Get the basketball right back. Starters still on the floor for the Lions. Gully, Caden Wilson, Colton Hawkins, Parker Poole, and Alex Kimbrough. Poole holds it, now finds Kimbrough. Kimbrough, who's got 5 already in the game, bounce pass down low. Hawkins did a great job forcing his way into the paint from that low block feed, and a foul called on the Cats, and that's going to be on Aaron Moore, the first on Moore. And Colton Hawkins, who was able to get the shot off, is going to be shooting free throws. Colton shooting 61% from the stripe, almost 62, and he hits the first. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville.
Hey, look here.
Yeah, and we'll stop the read. Drew Barrington on the floor for the first time here in 2024.
Good job, young man.
As Hawkins hits the second. It's nice to see him back.
Sure is.
He had a ACL, MCL issue that he hurt back in June, and a lot of rehab. I knew he was going to be back before the end of the year. I just, in talking with him and talking with Dad and watching and getting progress reports, I knew it was a possibility. And the 3 from the left wing is good from Garrett Church of Goreville. That cuts the lead down 13-7. Here's Drew Barrington on the ball in the front court. Hawkins off the low block, forces the shot up, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Drake Buffington. 3 minutes exactly remaining, 13-7. Cats with it. Down toward the corner left, they feed the post. And foul from behind.
Be his second one.
Yep. So Alex picks up his second. And the ball is going to stay out of bounds there to Goreville.
That's going to bring in Jaden Wilson off the bench now.
Jaden averaging 4.7 points a ball game. Lockdown defender. just like Kimbrough. Out on the left wing, they feed corner left. That is Garrett Church. Now, just off the circle, that's Zach Green. Top of the key to Peyton Holm, who's on the floor now for Coach Todd Tripp. Baseline drive, running into Parker Poole, throwing the ball away. And that is turnover number 5 here on the Blackcats. They come into the game averaging about 12 turnovers a ball game.
They're way over that pace.
They have 5 here early. 2.5 remaining. 13-7 our score. Drew Barrington has the defender on him in Green. Lost the handles. He got pushed from behind.
Ooh.
That's going to be...
Goreville doesn't like that call. Thought it was a little bit cheap on the call, but there was definitely contact made.
Zach Green picks up the foul, his first. 14th foul on the Cats. Pass out of bounds off of Parker Poole's hand. Turnover number 2 on the Lions here in the first quarter. This ball winds up in the seats. Back on the floor. Length of the floor. As Colt Tripp looks over toward the sideline, gets the play. Now they work it to the right wing. That's Green. He holds, has Jaden Wilson on him. Up top, now to Holm. And corner right 3 off the front of the iron, no good. Long rebound is grabbed by Caden Wilson. Barrington across midcourt. Left-hand dribble to the hole, the rack, the runner off balance shot, and he gets fouled. And it may be Drake Beffington.
The way he reacted, I'd say you're right. Yep.
That's exactly what Drew Barrington brings. He plays the contact. He likes to get into the paint, and he'll just twist and contort himself.
He's very good at that.
He's so good at it as he misses the first free throw. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson. City of Carterville wants to remind you the changes to the city's residential trash schedule because of the holidays. If you're a normal Wednesday pickup on trash, your trash services are going to be delayed until Thursday, and that'll be after Christmas Day and after New Year's Day, as Barrington misses both free throws. You can go to visitcarterville.com. 3 from the Lions. And another whistle. Go to visitcarterville.com for all the details in the city, and the mayor want to say, let's go Lions. Ball is going to belong to Goreville here on the baseline.
Called the foul on Barrington.
That's going to be the first on Drew. So 1:40 remaining here in this opening quarter, 13-7. Carterville started off hot. First couple of minutes of the quarter. They kind of cooled things down a little bit now in the last 6 minutes or so. With 1.5 minutes remaining, Cats tried to feed the post. It was out of bounds, and it was off of the hand of Connor Craig. It goes out of bounds. Turnover number 6 in Carterville's ball. 13-7 is our score. As Barrington brings it across midcourt, drives his way into the front court. Around the screen from Hawkins, takes it to the block, the right-hand runner, and again, Drew Barrington gets fouled. And the officials are calling it tight. Peyton Holm just picked up his first foul. So 1, 2, 3. That's 6 fouls on the Cats. And Barrington, who missed his first 2 free throws, there's a chance to make a couple here, and he hits the first one.
Maybe he'll calm down a little bit, get those emotions under control, start playing some outstanding basketball like he's more than capable of doing.
Second from Drew.
There you go.
And back in again.
Shooter's touch.
2 for Drew. It's 15-7, an 8-point lead. Tripp to the right side to Green. Green, one dribble. Pulls up, feeds the post, down low. Hawkins is there defensively. Shot put up, put back. Was originally no good, but it was Connor Craig that got his own rebound. 4 for Craig. 15-9, under 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Hawkins into the paint, floater with the right hand, bounces off the rim twice. And a foul is going to be called on Carterville going over the back, as it was Colton Hawkins. It just picked up his second foul.
Yeah, you need to stay out of foul trouble.
He gets him in spurts.
Yeah, he gets a little overzealous on the offensive end at times.
So has to go take a bench, and Coach Shane Hawkins brings Zach Snow into the game. Hawkins is on the floor right now, so I believe it was not exactly sure who hit the bench, but Cole Tripp has his first point of the game, averages 16 a ball game. Now Hawkins goes to the bench, and Maddox Gully comes in to replace Colton Hawkins. Cole Tripp, 90% shooter from the stripe. Misses the second. That may have been announcer's jinx right there. Outlet pass to Jaden Wilson. To Caden. Now to Drew Barrington with 35 on the clock. Back to the corner left. Jaden Wilson. Barrington up high. Hands it off to Jay Will. Now Caden Wilson takes over. 22 on the clock in the quarter. Ball tipped around to out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Carterville.
Lucky break for the Lions there.
Yeah.
Got to be careful about forcing passes into the paint.
So Drew Barrington lobs it in to Caden Wilson. They work it around the perimeter. Jaden Wilson launches the three. Little short off the front of the iron with 11 seconds remaining. Tripp, length of the floor. The left-hand runner, no good. Snow gets the rebound. Lions a chance at the buzzer to Barrington. Misses the bunny, and true opportunities. Jaden Wilson can't clean up the miss from Drew, and that ends the first quarter of basketball here. 15-10 is our score. The Lions lead it by 5. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign
How was
up
that?
for free checking and start earning
Good.
a dividend on balances.
Did you play
over
that 30-second
$1,000.
commercial?
Open with just $25, and there's no
Which one that's
monthly
playing
fees
right now?
when you
No.
sign up for
When we had that
e-statements.
timeout
Access to
a
over
few minutes ago.
85,000 free ATMs
Oh, no,
nationwide
I didn't
and
know
free
if I
online
Okay.
had to play
Yeah,
that.
you missed a 30-second commercial there.
To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org.
All right, I'll play it. Which one is it?
Membership required. Insured by NCUA.
It's whatever, 30, they're all 30 seconds. So, but I need.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern
Yeah, I'm
Illinois'
playing them
best now. Fitness
Yeah,
facilities.
but I
offering
mean,
something for
sometimes
the
I'll
whole
call and
family.
it'll be a
Members
30-second
enjoy
break, and we only play one
24/7
commercial
with
and come right
9,000
back.
square
So,
feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free
Bump music
weights.
and then-
Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
Ready?
Yep. Heading to the second quarter, Lions have a 5-point lead, 15-10. Cats have the ball, though, coming out of the quarter break. Down low, Buffington bumps his way out, launches the shot up, and it bounces on both sides of the rim and finally falls through as Buffington has his first field goal of the game. Right side, wing three, no good from Jaden Wilson. And the runner with the right hand, what a move from Nick King as he had that little glide Euro step, avoiding the defender. And we got a 1-point ball game now, 15-14. Bob Barrington gets bumped here on the near side. Nick King just picked up his third foul. Tom Tripp says you can't do that.
Yeah, that's 3 personals on King.
Yep. Nick, who averages 11 points a ball game, has to go back to the bench.
Well, Goreville, who trailed by 9, 11-2, within 1 now.
Lions have it. Barrington to the free throw line, ball tied up. And the jump ball, the possession arrow pointing Carterville's way. They'll keep it. Baseline right. Drew to Parker Poole. Parker hasn't had many touches here, and another foul called on Goreville. Officials are calling it tight.
Very tight.
But Carterville's had most of the possessions here in this game, here on this side. And as Drake Buffington just picked up his second foul.
That's a key player, too.
Yes, it is. Poole crosses over into the paint, pulls up the dribble, finds Gully. Maddox dishes it to Snow. Snow hands it to Poole. Now left side, Barrington head fake into the arc. Oh, nice feed to Park. Poole hangs in the air. Couldn't get it to go. He tried to bank it off the glass. Just was too hard. Keeps it a 1-point lead for the Lions. Todd Tripp wants the play call. Bouncing up and down. They feed Buffington on the post. He got around Poole. The right hand hook was blocked. Lions come away with it. Turnover on the Cats. The runner, Carterville, has missed about 4 shots right at the rim here in this game. They could be up about 6 or 8. And the possession arrow gives it back to the Blackcats. And the Lions just have that 1-point lead. Coming out of the game, Drake Buffington for Coach Todd Tripp. 15-14, 6:15 remaining here in this second quarter. Dave McKenzie, John Homan with you. Crossing over. It is Cole Tripp to the right side. With the ball now, that's Moore. Moore with Barrington on him. Top of the key to Garrett Church. Church to the corner right. Dribbling out across the key. Shot put up and good from
Nice
Aaron Moore. Is that a 2 or a 3?
3, I believe. Yep, 3-pointer.
And the Cats have their first lead here at the 5:41 mark. Zach Snow's 3 no good, and the rebound is grabbed by Garrett Church. 17-15, 5.5 remaining till halftime. Coming up, we'll have our IBEW Local 702 halftime report. You'll also hear from Darren Kennard with our River Radio Sports Center Spotlight. That'll be coming up here at halftime.
In case you're wondering, it's a 15-4 run that the Blackcats are on right now.
They lead at 17-15, missed the shot. The runner no good. Zach Snow gets it. Outlet pass, finds Barrington, waits on the defender, and the shot blocked. And another foul called on Goreville. And that's going to be on Peyton Holm, his second.
Lions fans held their breath as Drew
every
went
time
flying into the bleachers there.
Every time. It's a Drew who's got 2 free throws here.
That's, I believe 9 team fouls on Goreville here, first half.
And Drew can't get that one to go. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. For men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome right there on South Division Street in Carterville. It's Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. Second from Drew Barrington is good. Drew now with 3 in the game. So we got 4:50 remaining. And Parker Poole got a hand on the pass.
Quick hands.
Knocked it up about 6 rows deep there in the student section. The ugly sweater section and PJ section, it appears.
Good reason why you should be always focusing on the game. Make sure you don't get hit in the head.
Yep. Up top, inbound pass comes to Moore. Moore, he's at the logo. Pulls up, now whips it left wing. That's Holm, drives, the runner no good, the putback no good, and a foul called on Zach Snow as he got into the back of Connor Craig. Snow just picked up his first foul. First team foul on the Lions here in the second. Shooting free throws, Connor Craig. He's a 50-50 shooter from the stripe. Craig, the 6'3" senior, averaging about 5.5 points a game. Hits the first. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend in energy. Call ahead at 988-9210. Place your order, and the car ups will bring that food out to your car when you pull in. That's at Polar Whip in energy. Connor Craig hit second free throw and a travel by Maddox Gully. That's only the 3rd turnover.
4th.
4th?
Yeah. Not too bad. 4.
On the Lions. Lions average about 10 turnovers a ball game this season. Out on the left wing. Now it's down low, and the runner is good from Connor Craig. He's got 8. He averages 5. So with 4.5 remaining, it's a 5-point lead for Goreville, and a foul called on the Blackcats. Again, it's going to be on Peyton Holm. That's
third.
The third on Holm.
Yeah.
Nick King with 3. Buffington with 2. And then 1 each on Moore and on Green.
But this game's turned around completely.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about an 11-2 Carterville lead. They now trail 21-16. So that's a 19-5 run.
Yeah. Out on the right wing, Zach Snow. To the corner left, that's Gully. Now it's Caden, feeds the post, Parker Poole. He got fouled as he put the shot up, and Connor Craig. Nope, they're going to get it on Moore.
Oh, really?
And the
Oh,
scoreboard
went
is
out.
off.
Yeah. We'll have to take a little timeout on that, see what happened. May just be a loose connection somewhere.
Somebody kicked the plug. We'll see.
Wasn't me. I'm up here with you.
Yeah, I didn't do it. Remember in the movie Airplane?
Yeah.
Remember Johnny when he unplugs the runway lights?
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I do remember that.
I always think that's somebody
That's
here.
right.
They are trying to figure out
Now,
exactly.
I'm not saying that I haven't unplugged somebody before.
No, I get it. I get it.
It does happen.
We got a timeout on the
now we
floor.
go. Now we go.
Finally, we got things going again. Believe that was Aaron Moore that picked up the second foul.
So instead of Craig, you think, huh?
Yeah, I think they said 1-5 was on the foul.
Okay. Well, they haven't posted it on the board yet.
They were just getting ready to post it when the power went out. Parker Poole, couple of free throws coming. 52% shooter from the line. That one's no good. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville. They offer programs for infant to school-age children, as well as pre-kindergarten and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. That's at Malone's Early Learning Center. Poole misses both free throws, and the rebound is pulled down by Connor Craig. Cats into the front court. 4:15 remaining. Cats have the 21-16 lead. 5-point lead. Skip pass corner left wide. Open 3, no good. Blackcats get the rebound down low. Put back with the left hand. No good from Connor Craig. And the Lions come away with it. Right side, 3. Snow! Zach Snow breaks that scoring drought for the Lions. Makes it a 2-point ball game, 21-19. Zach, he likes that spot in that corner right.
They needed it too.
Yes, they did in a bad way. 21-19, down low, high off the glass and good. It was Aaron Moore that gets the bucket. 5 for Moore. And it's a 4-point lead, 23-19. Gully tried to feed the post. That's turnover number 3 on the Lions. Outlet pass, the runner with Cold Trip missing the layup. Outlet pass, Gully to the rim. He gets fouled, and he can't finish the bucket. That is about, it's going to be on Garrett Church. I think that seriously is 6 what we call bunnies that have been missed by the Lions.
You
here
got to
tonight.
make the shots.
You have to finish.
Especially you're on your home floor, you've got to make the layups. And Carterville has just, since the latter part of the first period through the second period, been very inconsistent.
Maddox
just missing free throw after free throw, too.
Yeah. Lions broadcast is also brought to you by Campbell's Brothers Garage and Towing. Since 1975, full-service garage and towing. If you need a tow, maybe if you get locked out of your vehicle, you can call Campbell Brothers. Their number is 618-942-4875.
5 of 11 from the line, the Lions are.
Too
5 of
strong with that
12.
one.
That's 3 situations where they missed both free throws. 3 times Lions have missed both free throws at the line. That's just not concentrating.
They're free. You got to make those.
You sure do.
This team as a whole
5 out of 12.
52% from the line on the season. That's going to have to improve, or it can come back to bite you. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Carterville. Is the 8th turnover on Goreville. 2:45, 23-19, a four-point lead for the Cats. Left, Wilson gets fouled as flashing through was lost in hand, and he put a hand on Jaden Wilson. And so Jaden has free throws coming, and he's going to be shooting 3 of them. Jaden shoots 50-50 from the free throw line. The sophomore, averaging 4 points a ball game, hits the first. This Lions broadcast brought to you by IBEW Local 702, proud supporter of Carterville Lions sports, dedicated to providing a better lifestyle for members, better life for all.
Both teams have played 9 players here in the first half.
Jaden hits the second. He's got one more coming. Coming into the game now for Coach Todd Tripp is going to be Coltrip. 2:37 with the clock stopped. Jaden Wilson at the free throw line. He's hit the first 2. The left-hander dribbles 3 times. It's all 3. That'll help the percentages. 2.5 now. 2-point ball game. Lions are down 2, and Jaden Wilson just picked up the foul. That is team foul number 2 on Carterville. They lob it into the backcourt. Cole Tripp takes over from there. Tripp has Jaden Wilson on him defensively. Off to the left wing. With the ball now is Green. Top of the key, Tripp. His shot, a 3, may have been partially blocked. Hit the rim. Comes off to the Lions. Right side, Jaden Wilson. Bounce pass down low. Caden off the glass, and good for Caden Wilson. His
first bucket, isn't it?
His second. He hit a 3-pointer there in the first 60 seconds of the game.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm writing down 2 Wilsons. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, got it.
Yeah, we're tied up 23-23 with 1:45 remaining. Coming up, our IBEW Local 702 halftime report. We'll recap the scoring here. We'll hear from Darren Kennard, and a foul in the paint is going to be on Parker Poole. Parker, that's his first. But we'll recap this first half. We'll hear from Darren Kennard. Jumper no good. Poole gets the rebound. And we'll look at scores from around Southern Illinois. Right side, Snow's got another 3. No good this time. Cole Tripp gets the rebound. Takes it himself into the front court. Top of the key, right wing, winds up in the corner. Baseline drive by the Cats. And a foul on Parker Poole, number 2.
Little body foul on the baseline.
River to River conference games tonight in the Ohio. It's Heron at Murphy, Massac at Harrisburg. On the Mississippi side, AJ at Benton, DuQuoin, Pinckneyville, that Perry County rivalry.
Murfreesboro's undefeated. Curious to see how Heron does over there.
Murphy's outstanding this year.
Yeah.
As the free throws no good from Zach Green. I've actually got Murphy as one of the top 2 teams in Southern Illinois here early on.
Our newspaper picked them number 1 in the region.
Free throw.
So, yeah, I think that's a good, they should be a top 2 or 3 team.
Zach Green hits the free throw. So it gives the Blackcats a 1-point lead, 24-23.
Pinckneyville and Benton are pretty good. They'll be right up there near the top.
The other Mississippi conference game, Frankfort, is at Nashville this evening. With 65 seconds remaining, Carterville trailing by 1, 24-23. It was 15-10. Lions have scored 8 points here in this second quarter. Blackcats have scored 14. Runner, Snow, it rolls over the front of the rim. Zach with 5, and we have a timeout on the floor here with 46 seconds left. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30. Lions are up 1, 25-24 on News Radio WJPF.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansari from Shawnee Health's Carterville location.
Harper's coming in.
Our team, including Dr. Mathene Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
1 point ball game with 46 seconds remaining, 25-24 is our score. Carterville is up 1. It's going to be Goreville basketball here after the timeout called by Todd Tripp. They've got the length of the floor to go. They get it in to Moore, and now it's Tripp that takes over. That's Cold Tripp with 37 on the clock. Out to the right wing, Moore feeds the post, down low. Connor Craig forced the shot up, no good. And Harper Lutzenberger gets the rebound for the Lions. Maddox Gully gets it to Caden Hawkins. Now to Snow, who comes out high with 13 on the clock. Now to Jaden Wilson. Gully holds at 8, 7, 6. They dish it off to the right side. Bad pass at the feet of Jaden Wilson. And the Lions turn it over with 1 second remaining. They couldn't get the shot off to close the quarter. We'll see if Cole Tripp's got a good arm. They get it to Tripp. About 3 feet short to end the first half of basketball. Carterville, not a good quarter for Carterville, but they still got the lead. They're up 1. It's 25-24 as we are heading to halftime. It is your IBEW Local 702 halftime report. We'll be back in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank.
That's good.
It's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. Find out more at bankofheron.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. At the Bank of Heron, we know the recipe for success begins with the right ingredients. So we've taken services like
Did you play that back-to-back?
Debit accounts, added in
shockingly, it's like 2 of them, Bank of Heron 2 and 3.
Yeah. Always try to split those up.
Put it all together,
You shouldn't
be
roll them back to back.
Leader in the communities we serve. Community strong, the Bank of Heron. It's not just a bank, it's a relationship. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program.
Also on the bump music, once I get to talking on the bump, kind of fade that out, that music out. Don't let it run all the way out.
Okay.
Welcome back to Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan are with you here this evening as it is halftime and the Carterville Lions have the 1 point lead. It is 25-24. And John Homan, Carterville started the game off with a bang. They were hot for the first 3 minutes. Jumped out to what an 11-2 lead.
11-2 lead, yeah.
Then kind of cooled down. They had the 5 point lead at the end of the quarter. And then they didn't, they only wound up scoring 10 points there in that second quarter. And most of that came in the last 3 minutes.
Just too many missed bunnies inside the lane. I mean, you're a good team. You have to make the 2-footers, the 3-footers. Quite a few of them weren't even really that challenged. They just missed the shots. And so basketball's all about putting that ball in the hole, right? And that's
Absolutely.
What the Lions they did enough of it to have the lead, but they should have a much bigger lead if they just made the really easy cripple shots.
When you look at the scoring, we'll start first with Goreville and Coach Todd Tripp. It's Connor Craig to lead the way. He leading all scores here at the halftime break. He has 8 on the evening, 5 in the game for Aaron Moore, 4 in the game for Drake Buffington, 3 from Garrett Church. Nick King with 2, Cole Tripp with just 1, and Zach Green with 1. And that's big, the defense they've done on Cole Tripp. He averages 16 points a ball game, and to hold him to 1 point. And we talk about it, Carterville plays good defense.
They do, and it just seemed to really be held back by their offense in the first half. Defensively, they did a fine job. You hold a team to 24 points, that's a pace to be under 50 for the game, you'll take that.
Absolutely. Looking at the scoring for Carterville, they are led by the 5 points from Alex Kimbrough, Caden Wilson, and Zach Stahl, all with 5 points. Maddox Gully finished the half with 3, 2 from Colton Hawkins, 3 from Drew Barrington, and Drew's return to high school basketball this year, all from the line. And then Jaden Wilson has 3 points on free throws there. He got fouled on that three-pointer from the corner, and he made all 3 of his free throws. It was 15-10 at the end of the first quarter. Lions hold a 1-point lead here at the break. We're going to go on and take a break, and when we come back in 60 seconds, you're going to hear from Darren Kennard and the River Radio Sports Central Halftime Report. That's coming up next here on your IBEW Local 702 Halftime Report, back in 60.
All right, I'm playing the John A. Logan one, right, or the halftime one?
So you're playing a commercial right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
John A. Logan College is proud to support
when this 60-second break is over, play that River Radio Sports Central hotkey over there on the right-hand side of the screen.
Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school,
it
students
should
can
be the
easily transition to one of
what
the
are they?
college's
What's the
career and
options
technical
there? What are they?
programs, or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your
let me see the hotkeys.
Over on the right-hand side of the screen, it should say River Radio.
ALC.edu.
All right, it says it has the. Are we talking about like on the screen, right?
Yeah, on the screen, on the hotkey screen.
Okay, yeah, I see the. Let me see. There's the 30-second news bed, news bed open, stations ID. Station, what's that? Station by drop, word of mouth, news watch, dry drops, Wall Street.
Are you okay? Hang on. Are you that hotkey page? It has all the Carterville commercials on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And over
that's
on
my fault. Yeah.
in the middle on the right-hand side, there should be one that says halftime report or something.
Yeah. Want me to play it?
So yeah, at the end of this 60-second commercial that you're playing, play that. It should be about 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Okay.
About to play it.
Got it.
With your River Radio Sports Central halftime report, I'm Darren Kennard. In the midst of all the basketball,
This is one of the one you were telling me about, though, right?
Yes, sir. This is what needs to be playing.
Halftime report tonight.
Okay, thank you.
At last night's board meeting, Christopher hired Hall of Famer Mike Rood to be the Bearcats' next.
How's the game going anyway?
Rood is currently 20th
We're winning
on
by
the
one.
IHSA's all-time wins list with 260 victories. He becomes the Bearcats' 4th coach in the past 5 years and takes over a program that has struggled mightily the last 2 decades. CZR's last playoff appearance was back in 2008, with the school going 29-112 in the 16 years since. In fact, the Bearcats' last winning season was 2002. For the 77-year-old Rood, the opportunity to finish at his alma mater and bring his career full circle was too good to pass up.
It means a lot to me because I am an alumni, and I am a Bearcat. And I think if you check on the thing on my icebox, I played in a couple of the alumni basketball games to raise funds for TRAP. And you put your picture in this little thing that says, once a Bearcat, always.
So when this ends,
I've been
when this report ends, play another 60 seconds.
Patriot, a Red Devil.
Another 60-second break, and then it'll come back to me.
Always wanted to be.
You can hear more of my interview with Coach Rood tomorrow on riverradiosportscentral.com. Congratulations to Steelville senior Cannon Ruby, our latest orthopedic center of Southern Illinois and Mount Vernon primetime performer. You can vote for our next winner. Go to riverradiosportscentral.com. There you can read about this week's 11 nominees and vote. Voting will end at midnight Sunday. Be sure to like and follow River Radio Sports Central on Facebook and Twitter/X. Join us live on Facebook after the games tonight for Friday Night Live, powered by Charlie's Daisy and Heating. We'll have all your scores and discuss tonight's games. That'll be on the River Radio Sports Central Facebook page. We look forward to seeing you there.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
Back with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is
So bump music and then back to me after this.
and gives back to the community
Okay.
we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern
Yeah, and
Bank
remember to
at
fade that music out once I start talking.
Here we go.
Halftime here at Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you, looking at some scores from around Southern Illinois. Let's update some river-to-river conference games. Early report, Murphy over Heron, 19-13. That's a halftime score. Benton blasting Anna Jonesboro. That's a final 73-33 this evening.
Yikes.
That's a big one. Marion leading Carbondale. Third quarter score 47-31. That's the battle of Route 13. And Mount Vernon leading Miller this evening 41-33. Centralia is leading Cahokia 19-12. 25-24 is our score here at Carterville as we are getting set for second half action here. John Homan.
Few quick shooting stats. Carterville 7 out of 20 from the floor, 35%. 4 out of 10 from 3, 8 for 15 from the line. And Goreville 8 for 21 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3, and 6 for 8 from the line.
So Carterville's moving right to left. The home team here this evening has the 1-point lead. Out on the left wing, Gully drives it in. The floater with the right hand just off the mark, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Buffington for the Cats. Here they come, trailing by 1. They're in their road black uniforms here this evening, moving left to right. It was 15-10 Lions at the end of the first. And the left-hand runner reach, and Colton Hawkins just picked up his third foul.
Yep.
So Colton.
I do not remember him being that foul-plagued last year. Do you? Like he's much more foul-prone this year.
Kind of comes in spurts, it seems like. Free throw is no good. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Campbell's Brothers Garage and Towing, serving Southern Illinois for 50 years. Full-service garage with new computerized four-wheel alignment machine. And if you need a tow, you can call 942-4875. As the free throw was good from Zach Green. 2 in the game for Green. And we have a tie ball game, 25-25. Hawkins to Kimbrough. Kimbrough at the free throw line, takes it down the paint, dishes it left side. Open 3, in and out, no good from Caden Wilson. And another rebound for Buffington. Here comes Tripp into the front court. Bumps his way to the low block, has his shot partially blocked. Hawkins steals that one. Another turnover there on the Cats. And Colton Hawkins just whipped it right into the crowd.
Turnover number 7 for the game for the Lions. Nice block by Hawkins on the other end, but then he turns around and throws it away.
Shane Bennett comes over to talk to Todd Tripp, one of the officials here this evening. And it's going to be Blackcat basketball. Far baseline. They're moving left to right. Slow walk by Tripp. He brings it up. Now it's on the right wing. Nick King tries to feed the post. Buffington bumps his way down. Hook shot no good. Got his own rebound. Fights his way up. Puts it up and good. Good hard work in the paint by Drake Buffington. Yeah. And a good job by Parker Poole not to foul. I mean, had his hands up, straight up, trying to defend. 27-25, Carterville trails 2. Poole gets the shot off and he gets fouled, and that may be on Buffington, and that would be his third. Nope, they get it on 12 on Tripp. So Cole just picked up his first, but Parker Poole, who is scoreless here tonight, averages 6.5 a game, misses the free throw. This Lions broadcast brought to you by the city of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson reminding changes to the residential trash schedule because of the holidays. If you're a normal Wednesday trash pickup, your trash is going to be delayed until Thursday, and that's going to be after Christmas and after New Year's.
Poole finally gets the free throw. He's 1 out of 4 from the line tonight.
Mayor Brad Robinson, city of Carterville say, let's go Lions. They're low, and Colton Hawkins just picked up foul number 4, and the bucket was good by Connor Craig. So Connor's going to the line for the and one. Colton Hawkins is going to the bench with foul 4.
And he better be careful he doesn't pick up foul number 5 by through a technical violation there. You got to be careful.
So Zach Snow comes in to replace Colton. And at the line, it's going to be Connor Craig. He's a 50% free throw shooter. That one rims out no good, and Cats wind up with a ball, no foul called, and Goreville fans not happy. Both were going after the rebound. Top of the key, wide open 3, in and out, no good, and now Gully gets the rebound for Carterville. That shot was no good from Zach Green. Gully. Now to Jaden Wilson. Around the screen from Parker Poole, and a foul on Cole Tripp.
Lions just seem to be playing a little disjointed out there. They just can't get into any kind of a flow offensively.
I agree. And, you know, that kind of is how it was against Tarrant. No, nice feed to Parker Poole down low from Gully, and he got popped from behind.
I think that one will be on Buffington, will not? Or not? No, they're going to call it on Green.
Parker hits the free throw. He's got 2 here this evening. 5:40 remaining. It's a 2-point ball game. Cats up 29-27. And it stays that way. But Carterville gets the rebound. Back to Poole. Left side. Caden Wilson to the hole off the rack and good. Kind of hung there on the rim for just a second before falling. Tied ball game again. A shot 3, no good. But the Cats get the rebound. Nick King. Now it's to Cole Tripp. Tripp here on the right wing. Got 3 Cats over on the far side, outside the hash. Shot goes up. It was blocked. I think it was a pass. It was tipped by Carterville. It goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Goreville. It does. Here, baseline right below us from our perch here at Carterville High School. Tie ball game. 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Forcing the way into the block. The shot off the iron. Buffington gets the rebound. Head fakes his way up and banks it home. 8 for Drake Buffington.
Just a poor job of rebounding on the defensive side for the Lions.
Carterville, they're usually a good defensive rebounding team. 18 a ball game.
Well, Lions are boxing out, but they're not finishing on those rebounds.
The foul is going to be on Caden, on Zach Green, the 3rd on Green. That's the 4th team foul on Goreville here in this 3rd quarter, so Green has to come out. Coach Todd Tripp. Officials get together, have a conversation. 31-29 is our score. And Maddox Gully will inbound from the far end line. Kimbrough to Gully, baseline. Caden Wilson dishes it to Snow. Snow takes it into the paint. Little right-hand runner's good from Zach Snow. Zach's having a good night tonight. He's got 7, averages 4 a game. Corner 3 from the Cats, no good. And the Blackcats get the rebound in the paint. Carterville strips it away. Poole comes away with it. Tie ball game, 31-31. Gully in the arc, finds Kimbrough, down the lane, Euro slide, in and out. No good, bounced off the rim twice. And Goreville the rebound. Outlet pass here near side to Moore. Now it's Tripp's 3, way off the mark. And Gully gets the rebound, pulls up, ball came out of his hand, and a foul called by Goreville as Gully got his arm separated from the ball, it looked like to me. And the foul is on Moore.
This third.
And so the 15 foul is going to put Carterville at the line here the rest of the way in this third quarter. Maddox, 75% free throw shooter. He's got a 3-pointer, and his free throw is no good. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702, proud supporter. Carterville Lions Sports, IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members, better life for all.
Gully needs to make some free throws. He's 0 for 3 from the line.
The sophomore's second is no good, and Buffington got the board, and he hit the floor. It's the last one up into the front court. It's a cold Tripp. Gets the play call from Todd Tripp. Out corner left with it. King, head fake, back to Tripp. Tripp drives in, off the block. The runner with the right hand is good. Cold Tripp just scored his 3rd point of the game. He averages 16, and the Blackcats lead it by 2, but the runner the other way from Maddox Gully. Gully with 5 now. Ties it up at 33. Tripp near side to King. King with Snow on him, drives into the arc to the block, gets fouled. Zach Snow just picks up the bump foul. It's going to be the second on Zach. And so now Drew Barrington getting set to come back in. Maybe not. We just bringing a towel out. At the line, Nick King shoots 63% from the line.
Not sure if Coach Hawkins is arguing that it was not in the act of shooting type foul. But they're going to change it, aren't they?
They're going to change it.
They're going to change it to on the floor, yeah.
It's going to be Goreville's ball here, baseline right. Cold Tripp slaps the ball, puts the boys in motion. Lobs it in to Buffington. Buffington back to Tripp, or excuse me, that's out there to Moore. And now it's King to Tripp. Wanting to feed Buffington, and Caden Wilson make a good soccer player as he kicked that one out of bounds. Kick save and a beauty, as they say. 2:54 remaining. Time ball game, 33-33. Buffington, or the pass was intended for Buffington, tipped into the backcourt, and Drake has to run it down. So they can reset since it was tipped by Carterville. No backcourt violation. 2:40 remaining. Here on the near side, Nick King with Snow around the screen. King over to the left side, and Tripp, no bucket. The foul was called before the shot. It's going to be on Carterville. And the foul was on Caden Wilson. Picks up his first. So it's going to be Goreville basketball over on that far sideline. Goreville fans traveled well tonight, John.
Very nice crowd. I'd say maybe a couple hundred here, huh?
Yeah. Again, in pregame ceremony today, tonight, the Class 2A state softball champion, Coach Will Cappy, and the girls were recognized, got their state championship rings. Can't wait to see that ring, what it looks like. The runner, and Parker Poole just fouled, and
his third personal.
That's going to be the third on Parker, and going to the line, Nick King. Nick, who averages 11 a game, just has 2. He shoots 63% from the line. King, the 6-foot sophomore, and the first one's good. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. For men, women, and children, they offer cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome. South Division Street in Carterville. Stephen Rich's Barber Styling, one of our boosters here for Lions Sports. Second from King is good.
Much better free throw shooting than the Lions tonight, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Buffington's going to get a break here with 2.5 remaining in the third for Goreville. Carterville's ball, they trail by 2, 35-33. Lions got off to an 11-2 start against this Goreville team, but then went cold shooting, and that allowed Goreville to get back into it. It's been a back-and-forth game since then, and a reach-in foul called on Goreville. That is going to be...
That'll be Holmes' fourth, I believe.
It is. That...
He's the first player to pick up 4 personals for Goreville.
That's going to allow Alex Kimbrough to go to the line. Alex hits the free throw. He's got 6 in the game. Lions down 1 now, 35-34. Second from Kimbrough is good. Ties it up, 35. 2:10 remaining here in the third quarter. Tripp has an open 3. That was a little bit short. Rebound, Blackcats off the glass and good. Nick King's able to get the putback against Parker Poole. Down low to Poole, waits on the defender, too hard.
Oh my goodness.
And a foul called on Goreville, and that has got to be probably the 7th easy shot as Lawson Land just picked up his second.
Well, that
we're talking about
Lions lose. They can clearly point to their inability to make easy baskets.
14 points that they have not finished. Parker hits the first. Second from Parker Poole. 4 in the game for Parker, all from the line here in the third quarter. Ties it up again, 37-37. Down low, they feed the post. Good double team there, cuts it off. Now left wing 3, buried from Garrett Church. He's got 2 threes here this evening, 1 in the first, and he hits that one right there, and they force the turnover. Nope, it's gonna stay with Carterville. As coming away with it, Nick King, but the official says he stepped out of bounds, so Carterville's gonna keep possession.
Barrington back in the game, I see, for the Lions.
And he takes the inbound pass. With 90 seconds remaining here in the third, Barrington pushes off, dribbles around the top to Snow. Snow got an opening, the right-hand runner. It just parted for him right there, and he was able to finish. Zach with 9 here this evening. He's had a good game. Off corner left for the Cats. Tripp has his shot blocked by Caden Wilson. Got to the block, and Caden come flying in from the high post. Locks it out of bounds. He's going to keep it here with the Blackcats. So it's going to be Harper Lustenberger. It comes into the game to replace Parker Poole. Parker's going to go to the bench, get a breather here with 1:09 remaining.
Maybe try to avoid that 4th personal foul, too.
Triggering in, Land, lobs it out to Tripp. Up top. Wilson on him defensively. That's Caden Wilson. Tripp got the screen. Now to the free throw line. Dumps it off. Down low. Back to Tripp in the paint. Pulls up the dribble. Dribbles out. Corner left. 3 from King is good.
Wow. He's given a big lift, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's got 9 here this evening. It's first three-pointer. And it's a 4-point lead. 3 from Snow's no good. And another rebound for Goreville with 37 remaining here in the third quarter. So 43-39. The Goreville fans come to their feet to our left here. Will they try and run out the clock in this third quarter as it ticks down to 22 seconds remaining here in the third quarter? Coming around the top, Garrett Church holds. 15 on the clock. It's King, no, Land rather. He dribbles out, up toward the logo. Kimbrough on him. Baseline drive, the runner, good for Nick King. And Carterville cannot get a shot off to close the quarter. 11 for Nick King, and that gives Goreville the 45-39 lead here in this third quarter as we are heading to the fourth. What a quarter for Goreville.
What a quarter for King.
Yeah, 45-39 is our score. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
I was reminded again that Southern Illinois
9 points in the quarter for King.
When I met team members at Banterra Bank, they have taken the time to get to know me and support my goals. I learned what a true partner they are to their customers and communities. Best of all, they offer a
How's that?
That's good. You said 9 points. I've got him for 7.
I have him with 3 field goals, including a 3 and 2 free throws.
Oh yeah. I see the free throws. Sorry.
Official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Yep.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
The Carterville Lions are on the air.
45-39 is our score here at Carterville High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan. What a quarter for the Goreville Blackcats.
Well, they really exploded, and they erased that 1-point halftime deficit and have a 6-point lead. We start the fourth quarter.
They scored 21 points in that third quarter. The runner is no good from King. He's kind of taking control.
Over the game. Yeah, he is. I didn't think he was that kind of guy.
The foul's on Carterville. That's going to be Zach Snow, his third. And Nick King, who averages 11 a game.
Well, that's not too bad, double digits.
He's at his average now as he puts up the first free throw, and it's good.
He has definitely been the difference here in the second half.
Yes, he has. Second free throw from King on the way. Coming up postgame-wise, it'll be our SIU Credit Union postgame show. We'll talk to Shane Hawkins as well. King misses the free throw. Parker Poole grabs the board. And Parker Poole and Drake Buffington getting physical down on the block. Out on the left wing, Jaden Wilson. Now to Barrington. Feeds down low. Wide open and off the glass. Good. What a feed from Barrington. Down low to Caden Wilson. 9 in the game for Caden. Carterville's cut that lead back to 5 now. 46-41. Up top, they work it to the right wing. That's Tripp. Tripp holds, now dribbles. Throws it up top to King. King dishes it off to Zach Green. Green here on the right wing, crosses over. Now they work it back to the left side. Tripp holds it. Into the paint, and King turns it over. The other way, Barrington gets the bucket and the foul. Drew Barrington finishes the drive, and he can go to the line and cut this lead down to a 2-point ball game.
Well, start striking up the music, welcome back, huh?
As Drake Buffington picked up the foul. Barrington hits the layup. His first field goal here this year.
Yep.
What Drew, he averaged what, about 14 a game last year?
Yeah,
he was 14, 15 a game.
He had several games over 20 points. Just really good at finagling his way through the lane, and he did again right here.
So if you missed it earlier, Drew been out since June, rehabbing that left knee. And tonight's his first game here this year. So Drew Barrington.
Finish it off, Drew.
Free throw, a little too strong. And hitting the floor is going to be Drake Buffington, and traveled with the basketball. I think he was expecting Parker DePool to be on his back when he went up for that rebound, and Parker wasn't. And he fell backwards, lands on his backside, and traveled with the ball. Coming to the sideline and slamming his fist into the chair.
Oh, yeah. Not very happy right now.
Buffington. So out to the right wing. Up top it goes to Barrington. He drives, lost the handle. Oh, and Drew
he's
is
down. Oh no. Oh no. He's hurt himself again. Oh gosh.
And quickly, Shane Hawkins is there.
Oh, it's just awful to watch. Oh, he's in pain, and he's grabbed for that knee, and oh my goodness.
It's kind of hard, you know, whenever you're coming back like that. Sometimes those first pains don't necessarily mean damage. It's just pain.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, let's certainly hope so. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in 60 seconds here as the gym comes quiet here at Carterville. Back in 60 seconds.
Just hard to see.
Back here at Carterville High School, Drew Barrington helped to the bench. The trainer Brad Brush is there. Coach Shane Hawkins is with him, and they'll take a look at Drew's knee. Of course, we were just talking, coming back from that knee injury. And it's hard to tell these early games, you know, if it's just scared him. You know, they say the hardest part about coming back from major injuries like that is the mental part of it. You don't know what you can do, don't know how you can trust it, trying to decipher what's real pain, what's not. Not that it isn't real pain, but damaged pain. As Cats have it, the runner's good. The layup from Cold Trip gives him 5. Back to a 5-point lead for the Cats, 48-43, 6 minutes remaining. Baseline drive from Jaden Wilson, got trapped, but he gets the pass off to Kimbrough. Work it around, Caden Wilson's 3 too strong, and Tripp gets the rebound for Goreville. Outlet pass, now to Church. Church bounce, tried to feed it down low, and Parker Poole just picked up his 4th.
Oh,
48-43 is our score. It's going to belong to Goreville. Down low, yeah, high off the glass, no good. The shot forced up by Nick King. Outlet pass to Poole, the runner. He can't get it to go, and he gets fouled.
I don't know how he missed that shot.
And by my count, that is number 8 on the missed shots from under the basket.
You won't get any argument from me about that.
Parker Poole.
Been at least that many.
4 in the game, all from the line for Parker, as his first free throw's good. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend. Polar Whip and Energy. Call 988-9210. You can place your order early. They have the car hops. When you get there, they'll bring the food out to you. That's a Polar Whip in Energy. Poole misses the second free throw. It's a 4-point ball game for the Cats. They have the lead, 48-43, and the ball. It's 5.5 remaining here. Lions are going to be on the road tomorrow afternoon. 4:30 is our approximate game time. at Nashville. Top of the key. Cats now left wing. 3 put up and buried by Cold Tripp. His first three-pointer. He's got 8 in the game. He's halfway to his season average. 5 minutes remaining. And it is 51-44. Carterville's got some work to do. They need some defensive stops, and a timeout is going to be called by Shane Hawkins. Timeout, 4:50 remaining here in the game. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF. Are you there, Cam?
Yep, right here.
Are they playing? I can't hear them.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Matheen Nexad, nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
51-44, our score coming out of the timeout. Carterville trails the Goreville Blackcats here this evening. It's Lions basketball. Caden Wilson down low to Poole in the paint, off the glass, and Parker gets fouled again, and this time it is going to be Garrett Church that picks up his second. So Parker, who's kind of lived at the free throw line here in the second half. He's got 5 in the game, all from the stripe here in the second half, and he hits the first. Coming up, it'll be our SIU Credit Union postgame show. John and I will recap this score. We'll look at scores from around Southern Illinois, and we'll hear from Coach Shane Hawkins. Poole misses the free throw, and the rebound ripped out by Cold Tripp. Corner left, Green, baseline drive, dishes it out to Church. Church down low, on the block. Turnaround, fadeaway, Craig good. Connor Craig with 12, averages 5 a game.
They found a new gear, the Blackcats.
Yeah, they have. They're up 8 now. Jaden Wilson crosses over, down to the block again. Poole off the glass, can't get that to go. And here come the Blackcats after the rebound. 4 minutes remaining in this game. Carterville 4-2, Goreville 6-1. Goreville going to be playing in the Sasser Holiday Tournament after the Christmas break. Carterville, the number 2 seed, heading to El Dorado. Down low, and a foul is called on Caden Wilson. The shot no good from Connor Craig. Caden just picked up foul number 2. The Lions in jeopardy, losing back-to-back games for the first time this year. Connor Craig hits that first free throw. Lions broadcast brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-aged children as well as pre-kindergarten and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. That's at Malone's Early Learning Center. Second from Craig is good. 14 now for Connor Craig. 55-45, 10-point lead. Carterville trails it. 3, corner left, too strong. And another rebound grabbed by Drake Buffington of Goreville. He gets it to King. Nick King comes across the logo with 3.5 remaining. Carterville needs a stop defensively. Trip, fadeaway jumper, little short. And it's Colton Hawkins, who just checked back into the game, that gets the rebound. That's one thing they've been missing, is Colton's rebounding. Into the Wilson. Now it's Kimbrough. Slide step finds Jaden. Open three. Couldn't get it to go. And Buffington gets the rebound. 3 minutes remaining. Bounce pass down low. Colton Hawkins picked up team or foul number 5.
No,
timeout.
before that.
Okay. So timeout is called by Todd Tripp here with 3 minutes exactly remaining. And the Goreville Blackcats have a 10-point lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Cold weather has arrived, and yeah, it's going to get colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer, committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities.
20 seconds.
Okay.
Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
10-point lead for Goreville with 3 minutes remaining. Todd Tripp called that timeout. He wanted to talk to his team for this last 3-minute push. Lions need some stops defensively. They trail 55-45. And Goreville has the ball as Buffington takes the inbound pass, hands it off to Coltrip, who gets it back now to Nick King. That's Green. Green reverses on Jaden Wilson. Now it's King that gets the touch. He has Kimbrough on him defensively. 2:40 remaining. Lions are down 10. 5-second call called on Nick King. That's a turnover.
Number 4 the second half, but not, I don't think that's too many.
Carterville's
not too bad. 4.
Carterville's got two fouls to give here in the last 2.5. And ball's tipped around, and there is a foul call.
That's on Jaden Wilson.
Yep.
Frustration foul after turning it over.
So that's the 14 foul. 1 away from shooting free throws. The ball's going to belong to Goreville here with 2:25 remaining. Carterville heading to Nashville. Nashville Hornets, an outstanding ball team. Tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon rather, we should have pregame coverage starting around 4:30 or so. It's a full day of basketball at Assembly Hall. It's going to be girls JV and varsity, and then the boys JV and varsity. 55-45, minute 50. Goreville's in no hurry to shoot. They'll run out the clock if they can. Take as much time as they can on each possession, and Colton Hawkins just foul out.
Yep.
He didn't really have any choice. He was trying to go for a loose ball to force the turnover, and he gets the body into the Goreville player, and that player was Connor Craig. So Craig is going to shoot free throws. Coming into the game to replace Colton Hawkins is going to be Harper Lustenberger. Harper, the 6'1 freshman. Connor Craig, who has 14 in the game, hits that free throw, gets to 15. He's leading all scorers. Now, Carterville's done a good job on Cold Trip. They've held him to half of his average of 8. You had Nick King. He's at his average. He's got 12. He averages 11. The second free throw is no good, but the Blackcats come away with it, and dribbling it off his foot was Nick King. So that is a turnover. It's going to give it back to Carterville. So an 11-point lead, minute and a half remaining. Jaden Wilson, Carterville needs shots. some quick shots. Wilson out on the left wing, feeds the post down low to Kimbrough. He had his shot blocked and ripped away. Another turnover on Carterville. That's more than likely ball game with 1:20 remaining. 56-45. Connor Craig now to Tripp. 65 seconds remaining. JV Lions won tonight, 54-32. The Goreville is going to pick up the win here this evening over the Carterville Lions. It's 56-45. They're doing a good job dribbling out, and a foul called on Carterville. That's going to be on Kimbrough. Nope, Jaden Wilson. And so now Connor Craig trying to add to that 15-point total here tonight. He's 10 over his average tonight, John.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Hits that free throw. Don't forget, City of Carterville, Mayor Brad Robinson. Don't forget about the changes to the residential trash schedule coming up because of the holidays. If you're a normal Wednesday pickup, your trash is going to be delayed until Thursday. As that's on Christmas and New Year's. So a reminder from Mayor Brad Robinson in the City of Carterville. 58-45. Goreville's put the Lions away here in this second half. Turnaround jumper's good from Jaden Wilson. 5 in the game for Jaden with 22 seconds remaining. 58-47. Carterville calls off the defense. Clock ticks down to 7 seconds. Goreville players on their feet. Goreville fans on their feet. 58-47, the final score. Coach Todd Tripp and the Goreville Blackcats now 7-1 on the season. Coach Shane Hawkins and the Carterville Lions now 4-3 on the season. 58-47, the final score. We're going to get into our SIU Credit Union post-game show. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on News Radio WJPF.
All right, so I'm trying to find a post-game show hotkeys.
They're just the same commercials. Just look down in that post-game slot and play whatever spot's there at the top for a post-game.
Okay, same channel. Okay,
yeah.
same. All right, cool.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25 and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at siucu.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexed and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment.
I'm trying to find
offer
this,
group classes,
what is it
women's
called,
only
rigging?
classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine,
trying to
and
find that
massage
one.
therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further
Yeah,
than
I don't-
Rise Performance.
I don't
they
know.
even have a
We
separate
should-
room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
Don't let the name fool you. The
Oh.
International Brotherhood of Electrical
Is that
Workers, Local 702,
Riggin
represents
Palich
more than just
6871?
electricians. The IBEW
Is it the card
is
number?
made
Yeah, I'm
up of
trying to find
Southern
it.
Illinois
Okay.
linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local
The Bank of
702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Back at Carterville High School, Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you, where the Goreville Blackcats just knocked off your Carterville Lions this evening, 58-47 the score. Goreville now 7-1 on the year. Their wins this year be over Carterville, over Joppa, Ziegler Royalton, to Hardin, AJ, Harrisburg, NCOE. Their only loss, John Homan did the Benton Rangers,
Yeah.
and it was
It's a good loss.
72-64 loss.
Yeah, I mean, clearly Goreville's a very, very good team. It doesn't matter that they're 1A. They're a good 2A team if you put them in 2A.
Absolutely.
They'd be a competitive team in 3A. But certainly going to be very formidable in 1A. And there are a lot of good 1A schools in Southern Illinois this year. I mean, when you take into account, Meridian and Waltonville, Woodlawn and Steelville, those are and really outstanding 1A schools. And
Vienna.
No, they're 2A.
Oh, you're right.
They're 2A.
You're 2A.
But nonetheless, that's a really solid depth of 1A.
Yeah, you're right.
And Goreville's going to be right there with any of them.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And they were good tonight. I mean, Lions had a 5-point lead. At the end of the first quarter, they were up 15-10. At halftime, they had a 1-point lead, 25-24. But that third quarter was outstanding for Goreville. They scored 21 third-quarter points, and Carterville only scored 9. And that's really what turned the tide for the Blackcats this evening. And then they put it away here in the fourth. They win it 58-47, the final score. When you look at the scoring, let's start first with Goreville. They were led by the 17 points tonight from Connor Craig. He led all scorers. Nick King finished with 12. 8 in the game from Drake Buffington, also 8 from Cole Tripp. 5 tonight from Aaron Moore, 6 from Garrett Church, and then throw in 2 from Zach Green. And that is the scoring for the Goreville Blackcats tonight, 58-47. Looking at the scoring for Carterville, they were led by the 9 points from Zach Snow and Caden Wilson each. 7 this evening from Alex Kimbrough. You have 6 on the night from Parker Poole, 5 from Maddox Gully, also 5 from Drew Barrington, and we'll talk about Drew in a moment, 5 from Jaden Wilson, and then 2 points from Colton Hawkins, who wound up fouling out of the game here in the fourth quarter. 58-47, the final score, and of course, everybody's concerned about Carterville's Drew Barrington. It was his first game back from that knee injury, John Homan, and he played well, but he just kind of stepped and went down. And at this point, we don't really know what's going on, but he did leave the floor with some assistance.
Let's just say it didn't look good.
Didn't look good.
I mean, you could mainly judge it by the player's reaction. And he was just he appeared to be devastated. And why not? First game back, and then you have another injury to your same knee, apparently. That's what it looked like. It looked like it was not a good injury, and we really hate to see that for anybody, but especially for somebody who just came off of the injury.
Absolutely.
So, it really it's one thing to lose a game. It's another thing to lose an all-conference player.
Absolutely.
That's what happened here tonight.
We'll have more to come on that. Stats. Have you got any stats here?
Yeah, let's take a look at some team stats here. Carterville Lions shot 14 out of 36 from the field by my count. Certainly not exactly tearing it up there. 4 out of 15 on threes and 15 out of 30 from the free throw line. When you're shooting around 50% from the line, you're not doing very well. And you talked about all the missed bunnies in the lane. So many easy shots that they should have made. That 14 out of 36 should have been 21 or 22 out of 36.
Absolutely.
And that makes all the difference in the world in this ball game tonight.
Absolutely.
And when you're on your home floor, that's just harder to understand, that you really miss that many bunnies on your own home floor. But that's, that's the game of basketball. I guess there's no guarantees, right? Goreville 19 out of 42 from the floor, 5 out of 14 on threes, and 15 of 21 from the line. They shot the ball obviously much better overall than what Carterville did tonight, and it's all about putting the ball in the hole.
Absolutely. And what did they say? The basketball gods were not smiling on the Lions there here this evening. They lose this one to Goreville this evening, 58-47. Goreville is going to be back in action coming up. I guess their next tournament action is coming up after Christmas. They get the rest of the week off.
Sesser-Valier?
They're going to be playing at the Sesser tournament. Carterville, we're going to be making a trip up to Nashville coming up tomorrow afternoon. We should have pregame coverage starting at about 4:30 or so. 58-47, the final score here. We're going to go on and take another break. And when we return in 60 seconds, we will be talking with head coach Shane Hawkins here on our John A. Logan College postgame coaches show. Stay with us. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on NewsRadio WJPF.
All right, cool. I found it.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated.
He may not come up for a while. They may
serving
be
Southern Illinois since
trying
1930.
to put out some fires there in the
dignified,
locker room.
caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702.
Do you mind if I
providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Back here at Carterville, it's Dave McKenzie and John Homan. Let's run through some scores from around the region this evening while we wait on Coach Shane Hawkins to make his way up here for our post-game show. Let's look first at some Black Diamond scores as El Dorado gets beat by Florida this evening, 48-26. It was, page refreshed. I need to get back to that. Let's see here. Florida beat El Dorado 48-26. It was Hamilton County beating Carmi-White County tonight, 50-48, a 2-point ball game. Christopher takes care of Sesser, 55-29. Johnston City beats Ziegler Royalton 55-41. Turning to some Cahokia Conference scores this evening, Chester wins at Redbud 55-45. It was Sparta over Oakville 54-49, and Roxana over East Alton Wood River 70-38. Let's jump down and look at some river-to-river games tonight. And it looks like Heron Tigers lead Murfreesboro in the third quarter, 35-32 is the last score I have. And Anna Jonesboro gets popped by Benton tonight, 73-33. Post-game show time here, brought to you by John A. Logan College. And why would you go anywhere else? And Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our post-game show. Coach, I wanted to start off this evening. I lost track of missed bunnies at 9 tonight, and that's huge. And then we didn't shoot well from the line.
No,
I mean,
you know what? We missed layups, we missed free throws, and we missed wide open threes. And that's, you have to be at a varsity basketball. You have to be able to make a shot. And we had open threes that weren't even close. I know the first half we shot 2 free throws off of the backboard first, which is inexcusable in varsity basketball. And then we didn't make layups. And that's, you're not going to win a game scoring 45 points. You're going to win one occasionally, but man, I don't think we turned it over a whole lot. I don't think that was an issue.
I had you for 8.
It was not being able to make
an open shot. I mean, real simple, because you got open shots, and boy, we didn't make any of them.
No, and
they just abused us in the paint.
Yeah.
Just physically abused us in the paint. When they didn't make the first shot, they just went and shot it till they scored. They ripped us off the bounce and went and shot layups. Not good on either end. Not good on either end. And we talked about just be fundamental. Make open shots. Keep the ball out of the middle of the paint, and then go check out. I mean, they missed, I don't know how many offensive rebounds they had, but, man, it seemed like they shot till they scored every possession.
When you look at defense, you knew the focus tonight coming into the game was going to be on Coltrip. It averages 16 a game. You've got Drake Bumpington that averages 10 a game. Nick King averages 11 a game. You did okay on those guys, but it was Connor Craig tonight that came back with 17.
Yeah, and he kicked us last year. And he scores inside 15 feet, he scores at the rim, and he scores off the offensive glass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did tonight. And it was off dribble penetration when we didn't get the ball stopped, or it was his dribble penetration, or it was off the offensive glass. And it's being fundamental. And we were not fundamental, and basically the only thing we were fundamental is we didn't turn it over. And that's about it.
Yep, I agree. So you've got less than 24 hours. You got probably about 15 hours, 16 hours to go back, look at this, and then how do you address this in the next 15, 16 hours?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard. You got a really good team, and it's going to be a 180 till tomorrow. It's going to be they played fast and kind of play off the bounce and created things, and Nashville's going to play it, a little bit more slow. And they're going to kind of grind you a little bit, and you're going to have long possessions, and they're going to wait for you to make a mistake. And we made enough mistakes tonight that it won't take them long to score tomorrow.
True. We have to ask, Coach. Drew Barrington comes back tonight. I know, and we always talk about when you're coming back from an injury like that, there is such a mental part of this game, and we don't know what happened, and I said that sometimes that is a scared pain that happens, because you don't know if you've actually done something wrong. But he makes his return tonight. He goes down there in the fourth. What can you tell us?
And we won't know anything.
Yeah.
It buckled on him, which is typically not a good sign. But we won't know. He'll get in the doctor probably Monday or Tuesday, and I haven't even talked to the trainer since the game was over. But at best, it's obviously gonna be a delayed recovery, and but we'll hope for the worst. What the part that stinks about it is he's worked so hard in the last 5 months to get back to this point, and that's what stinks is. And I guess I always, when you have high school kids that get hurt, and they get 4 years. They get those 4 years of high school to be an athlete, and
there's no redshirting in high school.
No, there's not. It's not. And the pro guys, they're still gonna get paid their millions to set out the year. And I hate I hate any kind of injury in athletics, but more so high school athletics, and
really, this team has had to deal with that. We had to deal with the last 2 years with the Aiden Hinton being gone.
We've had so many injuries, and this year we had Aiden Hinton the last 2 years. Lawrence Greer was out. We had 3 years ago, we had 4 years ago, we had Caden and Peyton were out.
Yep.
So it just, man, I hate it.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, it is, and it's the part that sucks, and it's part that that you wish didn't happen. Just you want kids to be able to go play, and it's like when you got a 6-year-old and you say, "Hey, go outside and play."
Yeah.
You want them to have that. You want them to be able to go play in a competitive basketball game or a baseball game or a football game, and so when those guys get hurt, it stinks. It just it gets you to the core.
It makes me think of them like when they were little kids. You pick them up and dust them off and say,
Let's
pat
go.
them on their behind and say, "Go,
you're ready. Go
you're
play
good to go." Coach,
you're good.
We'll see you tomorrow evening at Nashville.
All right, thank you.
Shane Hawkins joining us here on our post-game show, 58-47, the final score. Goreville, they are now 7-1 on the season, and Carterville is 4-3 on the season as John Homan rejoins us here. John, that's a tough loss for the Lions. There's just no getting around that.
No, there's no way of, downplaying this one. It was just a
Wasn't
very
pretty.
tough loss. Carterville led after one and also at the half. Lions kind of let the game slip away from them late in the third quarter. The King kid turned the game around, scoring 9 points in that third quarter. And that gave Goreville the upper hand, and they just kept building on that in the second half. And Lions were playing chase the rest of the way. And Lions hurt themselves. They just didn't shoot well, didn't hit free throws well. They didn't hit their shots underneath the basket well. And that, it's a bad combination. And then you add insult to injury with the Drew Barrington going down first day back. It's just a terrible luck. And we certainly hope that it's that it was not a re-injuring of the knee, and from a damaging standpoint. Maybe it's just a little setback.
A tweak.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's either way, it's not good.
Absolutely.
And Lions just have to come back at it tomorrow, and sometimes that's what you want. You don't want to linger with these bad thoughts. You want to come right back at it and try to get that W.
Absolutely. 58-47, the final score. Lions will be back in action at Nashville tomorrow afternoon. We should have pregame coverage starting around 4:30. So, thank you to Cam J back at the studio for his work tonight. From my broadcast partner, John Homan, we'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon. Lions take it on the chin tonight, 58-47. I'm Dave McKenzie. Have a great night. God bless everybody. Thank you for listening to Lions Sports here on News Radio WJPF.
This has been a broadcast of Carterville Lion Athletics. This broadcast was brought to you in part by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Stephen Rich's Barber Styling,